methods that look for any proven opportunity to create better health through innovation. Weight loss, improved strength, better mental focus are all things that biohackers optimize. So I want to introduce you to somebody, like I said, is handpicked by Tony, as Tony just, like I said, only picks the best of the best. And he's going to rock your world. With Tony's partnership, he's been working with the scientists and researchers to develop one of the most effective biohacks we've ever seen. Regardless of your age, your body type, and even if you want to see more improvement in your posture and energy and vitality, then prepare to have your mind blown. Watch the screens here for a second, ladies and gentlemen. Go for it.
We are biohackers. We are the future. We are here. Biohackers are transforming their bodies to unleash pure power. Live free. Become a better version, a 2.0 version of yourself. Unleash your inner beast. Become a biohacker today. OsteoStrong, the ultimate biohack.
Bang, bang, won't stop till we're legend.
Ladies and gentlemen, he is the CEO of OsteoStrong. Help me welcome to the stage. Give him all the love you've got. Kyle Zagrodzky. Kyle, see.
Oh my gosh. First of all, that kid who was up here, whoever you are, he was amazing. I love that guy. This, ladies and gentlemen, is a very special day for me, so just really quickly, it was 1 year ago on this stage that I announced Tony and I's partnership and explained to everybody what I'm going to talk to you about today. It is having a truly profound effect. It was a single idea that I shared with everybody that I'm going to share with you right now. This idea is so powerful that it's affecting human beings in an amazing way, regardless of their age, their physical body capabilities, wherever they are in life. It's having an amazing impact. It is making people substantially strong, giving them more energy and vitality, improving their balance, their agility. It is reducing and eliminating joint and back pain. It's reversing things like osteoporosis. It is truly profound because what, go ahead and sit down if you're not sitting down. It's truly profound because what it can do to the human body you've likely never seen or experienced before, because we can affect incredible changes with 60 seconds of effort just 1 day per week. It is the ability to strengthen the entire musculoskeletal chain of the human body at the cellular level is so easy to do that Tony and I believe it will disrupt hundreds of billions of dollars every single year around the planet in medical costs. It's truly profound. What we have devised is a system that does skeletal strength conditioning for people. But people don't really talk about skeletal strength conditioning because they don't really understand the benefit or even how to do it or how it could possibly change the world. So to help you understand what skeletal strength conditioning can actually do for you individually and the world at large, you need to first understand the role of the central nervous system as it relates to strengthening the human body. You see, the central nervous system controls the strength of your muscles based upon what your skeletal system can handle. So to put it this way, if you've ever done strength training or you know somebody who has, and they've hit a plateau, that point where no matter how hard they work out or their diet, they just can't get any stronger. The likely reason why they can't get any stronger is because their central nervous system is protecting them. It will not allow your muscles to become more powerful than what your skeletal system can actually handle. And what I'm saying here is this: Once you understand and you're able to engage in skeletal strength conditioning, you are completely unleashed physically, because your physical strength, your balance, your agility, your posture, your joint and back pain are just completely eliminated in most cases. It's incredible. So you probably should be asking, how in the world do you strengthen your skeletal system? Well, we've believed and understood for over 100 years that the way that you build up your bones is through pressure or intense loading. And you can see why. There's been science and research behind that, but there was a group of researchers that came along in 2012, and they decided they wanted to ask this question to definitively answer how much pressure is needed to create skeletal strength conditioning for the human body. And they conducted a large study, and they found that human beings in the study could not trigger the growth of healthy new bone tissue unless they experienced 4.2 times their own body weight. That's an extraordinary amount of pressure for most people and not easily attainable. What's also interesting is the people in the study who could not hit 4.2 times their own body weight, regardless of frequency, could not develop skeletal strength. So what we thought all these years, just any amount of weight training or walking or running or whatever would build bone density, was wrong. They couldn't do it. But we cracked the code. We developed a way, Tony and I have worked with scientists and researchers and developed a system that allows people to experience this level of force and much, much more safely to develop skeletal strength conditioning. And the results are profound. That's the equipment out there. You can go see it out in our booth after this, get off stage or whenever. We call that system Spectrum. And a group of researchers heard about what we were doing, and they wanted to understand what kind of impact we were having on developing skeletal strength. And so they decided to conduct a study in 2015 to find out what we were actually capable of doing. Now, it's important to note that this was a 6-month study on people that were menopausal women, generally over the age of 50 years old, to see what kind of result that they would have. And it was amazing because in 6 months, that they knew that if we could affect the skeletal strength of this population of people, that it would change the world, because they are the most vulnerable when it comes to losing or weakening bones. 6 months, postmenopausal women saw a 14.7% increase on average in their skeletal strength or bone density. And considering that human beings generally lose between 1 to 2% bone density every single year after the age of 30, it was effectively reducing the age of their skeletal system by 15 years, but doing it in 6 months. Thank you. So we thought that was pretty impressive. So what we decided to do was take the results of that study and compare the results to virtually everything that had been tested regarding what strengthens bones. And it turns out there was a study conducted by the New England Journal of Medicine where they looked at 152 different studies. It's called a meta-analysis study. They looked at things like running, weightlifting, yoga, supplements, vibration plate technology, pharmaceuticals, what increases bone density and how does it do it effectively. Those were all 1-year studies on postmenopausal women, and we compared those results to our study, which was a 6-month study. And our system dominated the field. This is truly profound and significant because while our system increases strength and balance and agility and eliminates joint and back pain and does all these amazing things, if you look at just what it does in strengthening bones, that number has the ability to greatly impact the cost of osteoporosis around the world, which I'll get into in just a moment. But earlier, I talked about how the central nervous system is actually regulating the strength of your muscles based upon the strength of your skeletal system. And this is going to bake your noodle. This is going to make you think here. So what we decided to do was to do a 4-year case study on 500 people with an average age of 52 to see how it impacted their strength gains. And so we figured, you know, if it could just stop their loss, because people 52 years old are getting a little weaker every year. We figured if we could just make that level over 4 years, that would be a success. If, however, we increase their strength by 10 or even 20%, that would be a complete victory. 500 people over 4 years using our system, 60 seconds once a week, at an average age of 52, saw a 290% increase in their physical strength. Skeletal strength conditioning is going to change the world. The effects are so profound on whether or not a person is a teenager, a professional athlete, someone middle-aged or just too busy to take care of themselves, or the elderly. I can tell you right now that this is going to become a standard. And earlier I talked about osteoporosis. You see, Tony became my partner in OsteoStrong just at the very end of 2016, and I announced that here last year. But the reason why he became the partner is he was excited about what it does. He wanted me to tell all of you that Sage doesn't like to do exercise. This is the one exercise that she never misses. She loves to do it. He says it's amazing. Of all the stuff I've got around here, it's the only thing that she does because it's so effective and easy for her to do. 60 seconds, 1 day a week. But that wasn't the reason why he got interested in OsteoStrong or why he's committed to giving me this time on this stage. The reason why is because the World Health Organization, the CDC, predicts that osteoporosis costs over the next, actually it's about 6 years from now, is tripling from about 100 billion euros a year to 300 billion euros a year. That osteoporosis is on the way to becoming an epidemic in the Western world. And all the costs and the disease states that are associated with weakening bones are incredible. We are now seeing at our centers people in their 30s getting osteoporosis. That means we're going to start seeing hip and spine fractures in people in their 40s and 50s, and it's going to disrupt our civilization when that group of people are starting to not be able to work and take care of themselves because they're getting those kind of diseases. And when Tony heard about that, he says, we got to take this around the world, and that's what we're in the process of doing. From an athletic performance perspective, there's going to be two kinds of people in 5 years, in my opinion, in terms of athletes. There'll be athletes that use this system, and there'll be athletes that lose. The physical performance increases are far too profound to be ignored. If this is something that you would like to experience, be a part of, and you want to try it at our expense, say aye. Aye. I know, it's amazing. Tony and I are going to, when we have a gift for everybody, we've made arrangements with all our centers that will take care of your first membership at OsteoStrong on us, that you could use at any location. If that's something that interests you, if you want to try this to see the effect it's going to have on your life, then by all means, go to osteostrong.me/Tony, and this crashes our website every time. If it crashes now, we'll try again in a couple hours. Let us know who you are. Tony and I are in the process of taking this around the world as quickly as we can, and if this interests you, if you want to be a part of the movement with us, please let us know, because we would love to meet you. We'd love to shake your hand. We're going to be in the booth the rest of the day, so please come say hello. Please take advantage of our offer and make this simple yet extraordinarily effective change in your life. I love you all, and I honor you, firewalkers. Thank you.